Hi, I'm Alec Beane.
And I'm Jordan Rosenthal, and today we're going to be looking at the NFC playoff picture.
First on the list with the number 1 seed, the San Francisco 49ers. Arguably the most complete team in football. They're the betting favorites for the Super Bowl, sitting at plus 440. They have a top 5 defense, one of the top 15 O-lines, arguably the best running back in the league, arguably a top 7-ish receiving corps, and one of the most complete tight ends in the game. Everything about this team is elite. However, I don't think Brock Purdy is necessarily an elite quarterback. I think he's more of a system guy, so does many other people. I think any quarterback could thrive in this situation, even Mac Jones. Nonetheless, they're extremely well-rounded, and I think they hold the top spot throughout the season.
Coming in at the number 2 seed, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who just picked up their first loss, but still sit at 5-1. They have A.J. Brown, who's going off, and Devonta Smith, who's a known good receiver, but Jalen Hurts' play has been a little bit subpar this year, even though they still are 5-1. Last year, good enough to support both wide receivers. This year, it's kind of a who's who game. They have one of the best O-lines in the league, although they are aging and could be injury prone. Great defense, but we haven't seen them at their full strength yet, and still 5-1. That's up to whoever for that to be a good thing or a bad thing, but they should be a top 3 seed come playoffs.
Next up, one of my favorite teams to watch in the league, the number 3 seeded Detroit Lions. Now, I'm not sure if we can consider them an elite team had the hardest schedule, haven't played any real teams. We should find out this week how good they are, though, when they go up against the Ravens, who have a top defense, high-powered offense. If they can learn to catch the ball, they're really explosive. However, they are in the NFC North, the clear favorites there. I don't see them dropping below the 4 seed just for that reason.
Coming into the 4 seed, we have the surprising Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 3-2. Mike Evans doing his thing again. Chris Godwin starting to come to life. Had a slow start to the season. We've got Baker Mayfield. I'm personally a Baker Mayfield truther. He looks good. He looks composed in this offense. Their defense is better than we thought it was going to be, and they're probably in one of the top 2 weakest divisions in all of football. I know I personally can't watch the Saints or Falcons play football, and the Panthers are trying their best to help the Bears win games, which they aren't. I think this team wins the division. Doesn't even matter what record it's potential they could win this division, 8 or 9, 9-8, and sneak into the playoffs.
The Dallas Cowboys are an interesting team due to the fact they're in the same situation as the Bills. They sit at 4-2 with a 5 seed, with a better team in front of them, and they really says on paper. I don't think that Dallas has what it takes to surpass the Eagles in the NFC East. I do think it will be competitive. Dak seems to be finding his stride once again. Although Dallas has a loaded roster, high-powered offense, really good defense, Micah Parsons has been balling out this year, I don't think they overcome the Eagles. I think they stay in the 5 seed for the whole year.
Coming in at the number 6 seed, we have the 3-2 Seattle Seahawks. They've also had kind of a slow start, especially on offense this year for them. I think Geno Smith, if he could just pick it up a little bit from what he was doing last year, this team easily could find themselves in the playoffs come the end of the season. They have a tough division. Kenneth Walker's going off. DK Metcalf, I'd bet a good amount of money that he ends up with some kind of boxing UFC career after he's done with football, which could be in the next 3 years. The guy just can't stop punching people. Their defense is solid. A bunch of new solid pieces that they took. I think this team starts picking it up and find themselves in the playoffs. Probably a 7 seed, though.
Finally, we have the Rams, an interesting team at the 7 seed with a 3-3 record. Puka Nacua has been playing out of his mind, and with Cooper Kupp coming back, this team could get dangerous really quick. It all depends on if Stafford can stay healthy, though, and if the defense can stay consistent. I think this team really could make some noise. They're a big boomer bust kind of team. Because of that, I don't think they exceed any further than the 6 seed.